I stand before you to urge a positive vote in favor of House Bill 2060. I want to share a little bit about myself. I grew up in a household that respected the Second Amendment. My father and brother and uncles and cousins were avid hunters. As a teen, my parents enrolled me in a hunter safety course so that I, too, could learn to respect and understand the responsibilities that came with gun ownership. We have heard an awful lot about this bill. But let me outline for you what the basic facts are in House Bill 2060. The bill only applies to those who are convicted of a crime of violence against their partner, their spouse, or their child. The bill only applies to those who have had a final, there's no such thing as permanent PFA in Pennsylvania, a final PFA order entered against them by a judge. Not temporary, not permanent, final PFA. Each and every defendant is entitled to and will receive due process of the law. In the case of a criminal conviction, a misdemeanor crime of domestic violence, the defendant will receive a trial. In the case of a PFA, a protection from abuse order, the defendant will be heard by a judge. The fact is that guns and domestic violence are a deadly mix. The fact is that this bill does not apply to any responsible gun owner. The fact is, if you don't want to be told by the bench that you need to relinquish your guns, don't commit a crime of domestic violence, and don't beat on someone to the point where they, for fear of their lives, go and ask for a PFA. The fact is the bill will save lives. And the fact is those lives are worth saving. The bill is supported by the Pennsylvania Coalition Against Domestic Violence, Pennsylvania Legal Services, the Fraternal Order of Police, the Pennsylvania District Attorneys Association, the Pennsylvania Chief of Police Association, the Pennsylvania Sheriff's Association, the Pennsylvania State Police, and as you know, the Moms Demand Action. And the bill is neutral in the eyes of the National Rifle Association. Despite claims to the contrary by a third party, the NRA and their attorneys have reviewed this bill, and they have declared their neutrality. For the sake of the 39 people who have been killed since we left here in June, murders, victims of domestic violence, I urge a yes vote on this bill. And in doing so, I'm fully aware that when this bill is in place, we will tragically still have domestic violence lead to murders. If we all could stop that, I know we would act expeditiously to do that. This is the first step that we can take, and it's been a long journey to get here. I urge an affirmative vote.